like Mike Tyson was cut on.
I heard they was mad at him and shit for stopping the fight. Shit.
Damn, I ain't see it, bro. I couldn't get the shit because
Yeah, me neither.
I guess I got the cheap one. Yeah.
Word, same shit happened to me. They never sent me my username.
Oh, mine worked.
Word? They never sent me my shit. I tried it twice.
No, not the play.
Nitro.
Nitro, mine didn't work. It was a trial.
Yeah, the trial, the 24 hour.
Yeah.
Good. All right, so before we get started, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Quadash.
All right, we want to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders. All right, we come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, which is Babylon the Great. All right, we come to wake up you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and let you know that you are the true Israelites according to the scriptures. All right, you're the Lord's chosen people. Okay, and instead of and 2/3 of our people, instead of hearkening unto the word, instead of coming back to their heritage, you know, they'd rather be wrapped up in all types of folly, getting in fights on Popeye's chicken restaurants, all right, doing drugs, committing adultery, and chasing after their lust, man, getting high, all right. But meanwhile, Esau Edom is making moves on our people, all right. Just earlier today, I saw the news that you had a tank out there in Queens. All right, we're probably gonna start with that. Second Ezra is 15 and start at 14. All right. You know, so you had a tank out there in Queens. All right, collecting guns from the people, and we know through the spirit that that's happening is because when the dollar crashes, when these banks no longer spit out money to give you money, all right, they know that people are gonna go apeshit, man. Okay. Same way that y'all went apeshit when they ran out of chicken at Popeyes, all right. When that time where they cut your nigga women's welfare benefits, you know, you get all riled up, you get all crazy, you start one attack and fight. So what this devil wants to do is disarm you, all right. So you don't have so much strong enough teeth, so to speak, all right. Because your teeth represent your military fighting power, man. And you know they got movies like Bushwick. They got movies like Bushwick, all right, where they actually show, because this devil knows what's gonna happen. All right, this devil is gonna come down. Matter of fact, Revelation 12:12. All right, start with that scripture. You know, because
to add real quick, another reason why they taking those guns away is because in 2020, Trump is letting out 900 criminals, man, because they have a glut of criminals, a glut of prisoners in New York City, to where they will never even get their case heard, man, because there's so much shit going on out there. So that 900 criminals are just gonna get released out of the blue, man.
wow.
And I believe the Sprint Pie out watching my shot because they're gonna be used for race wars, man. The real gutter niggas, man. That's gonna set it off.
Probably get chipped and shit.
Yeah, they probably got to take a deal to get chipped in order to get released. You know, go ahead with that.
This is Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth for a short time.
And what at its end. So what, before this place goes down, all right, this devil is going to come down upon you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans with great wrath. Why? Because he knows that he has a short time, all right? And what? He's going to come upon you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans with something known as Jacob's trouble in the scriptures, okay? Well, what? This devil is going to send his troops out onto the streets, all right? The UN, all right, Gurga troops, all right? And they're going to put you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in concentration camps. And if you even make it to a concentration camp, they're going to just want to put you to death, man. You know, they're going to try to put microchips in you, you know, in attempts to control the population, all right? And ultimately, they're going to put great persecution upon you, man. You know, and these things are happening for when these times come. You know, we warn our people now so they can get themselves mentally ready for that. Because what? The brother Required Quam did a good video recently. Well, he always does good videos, but he did a video recently about how the people are going to be confounded. You know, when everything comes out that we've been saying is correct. All right, when the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, is forced and put in your face to the point where you cannot deny that it's the mark of the beast, our people are going to go crazy. They're going to be confounded, you know. But those of you that know the truth and already know that these things are going to happen, you're not going to be taken by surprise. You know, so it's good to get ready now. All right, get yourself spiritually, mentally, you know, ready for the trials and tribulations to come, man.
Go ahead, huh? This is This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and 9. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man do travaileth with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail.
Yeah, a lot of men out here that act like so-called tough guys and things like that, they're going to be screaming as women in that day. They're going to be screaming and sweating. They said as a woman travailing. You know, you ever seen a pregnant woman about to give birth? All right, she's sweating bullets. She's completely in a state of panic. All right, you can't tell her, you can't reason with her, nothing. Oh, it's okay, honey, breathe. No, get away from me, yo. You know, they're gonna be inconsolable at that time. Okay? Go ahead.
Hey, brother, if I could add, and the reason why is because it's going to be trouble, as the scriptures say, was upon Esau, but even all those that dwell upon Esau's society, the scriptures say, terror shall make him afraid on every side. Right. And when you look into the brother, even the brother Shalakla Muff, the elder brother Zion, I believe his name is Zion, out of the DC camp, did a video about some Jakes, how they went into this haunted house in Niagara Falls. And it was 4 of them. They was all hugged together, you know, screaming like women, man. Because on everywhere, you know, from the sound to the things that they saw, it was a fearful sight, man. You know, so that's how it's going to be in this day as well.
Yep. It's going to take great faith, you know, to keep your mind stable in those times. Because what the scriptures also tell you that 1,000 is going to fall at your on your left hand and another 1,000 on your right. So there's going to be dead bodies. There's going to be all types of death and destruction surrounding the men of the Lord, and you got and the man of the Lord got to have great faith to know that the Lord's got his back, that the Lord is going to protect him in those days, man. But it says you men are going to be as women. Right, bro?
It says, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
So that day is great, so that none were like it. All right, now picture that. The scriptures record plenty of times where our people were in great tribulation, man. You had 70 AD. All right, it talks about the book of Lamentations. Okay, where great tribulation happened to our people, where our people were actually eating the leather belts and eating the flesh on their arms and even their own children. Okay, hey, when the Lord flooded the earth, the rain came down. Imagine the tribulation and the panic of the people as the water just kept rising and rising and rising, and then eventually the earth went quiet, man. You know, everybody drowned and had a horrible death. But this day right here says it's going to be great, so as none were like it, man. So any of these accounts that were written in the past of the scriptures, Jacob's trouble is going to be far worse, man. Right. You know?
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Yeah, so who's the brethren? The brethren are the Israelites, all right? Who are Israelites according to the flesh? You read that in Romans, the 9th chapter, all right? But it says, ye have no need that I write unto you. Why? Because what? Those that are seeking the truth, those that are seeking the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, they're already going to have this in their mindset, all right? They're going to have their minds tuned so that when all hell does break loose, they're ready for it. Okay? Hey, because what? The Lord's men are watchmen, man. They're going to be watching out for these things to come, you know?
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right. And how does a thief come? A thief doesn't announce himself. A thief doesn't leave you a voicemail and say, I'm going to be there at such and such time on Thursday night. All right? The thief is going to come when you least expect it. Okay? The thief is going to try to catch you sleeping. That's when he wants to come in, when it's dark. That's what Esau's going to do when his troops come and they swoop by at the night. A lot of what these SWAT teams and things like that, what they like to do is they like to bust into your house at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, here it is, 4 o'clock in the morning. You and your drawers all cuddled up with your woman or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Having a nice little snooze or whatever, having in a mid dream, and then this devil just comes in and boom, police, everybody get down. You know,
Yeah,
that's how the look. That's how the Lord's gonna come.
He also makes sure, he makes sure that he surrounds the whole entire house so where there's no escape. You know, when they raid these niggas in these drug houses, they make sure they have their guys sitting out on posts. They see the person they target go in. When they go in, they have their people on the back of the house, the side of the house, the front of the house. So he saw, he does his tactics like as a thief. But guess what? The real terror is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And the Lord is going to take this kingdom, this land in which you stole, all right, from you as a thief. Because they was a thief unto the Gadites. You know, when they promised them all these different treaties and covenants, what did you do? You backstabbed them. You came like a thief. You know?
Yep. That's right. You came like a thief. You have the nerve to have holidays to this very day celebrating those very accounts. Okay? Here it is. You have the nerve to say that you discovered a land that was already inhabited by other people, man. You know?
Go ahead, bro. It says, verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child.
Yeah.
And they shall not escape.
And they shall not escape. There's going to be no escape. And like you said, a woman that travails, you know, you have something called known as contractions. So here it is, you're perfectly fine and normal 1 second, okay? And the next second you have a sharp, sore pain in your stomach, man. But that when they shall say peace and safety, that goes to show that Esau's kingdom, things are going to be looking good for him for a little time. You know, he's going to have his martial law set up. He's going to have people coming in, confiscating guns, throwing people into concentration camps, microchipping people, and it's going to look like he almost won. What does it say in Job? In the fullness of his sufficiency, you know, he shall be in straits. All right, the Lord's going to bust in on him. He's going to be taken down while he's eating, just before he finishes his meal, and it looks like he's about to complete his new world order. Boom! Here comes the Lord. You know, like we said as an example, like a SWAT team, man. You know, they give you like 2 seconds of a warning. They say police search warrant. Boom! Before you could even look up and see what's going on, you got four SWAT team members with guns pointed at your face, man. You know,
Even before your mind can even register what's going on.
yeah.
You know, they say police, boom. You know, in your mind, if you didn't hear exactly what they said, you think somebody robbed you. You know, that's a thief.
Yep. That's right.
It says, verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others,
Yep.
but let us watch and be sober.
So that's what we got to do. We got to watch and be sober and not sleep. You know, like these Christians out here. These Christians out here are going, man. You can't talk to a Christian about the scriptures because they don't want to hear the scriptures, man. But the scriptures represent the light. The scriptures is the guiding light and the instruction manual of what's going to get you by these times, man. You know, they teach you about faith in the Lord. Here it is. You got people that mock faith. You know, they got people that make, oh, those are faith-based Israelites. Well, the Bible tells you to have faith. What are y'all talking about? You know?
Good precept. This is Luke.
And if I could say something real quick, the reason why they call us fake-based Israelites, because they believe we ain't got nothing going on. What do they got going on? They got hospitals in the making they wanna make. They got big plans, man.
Yeah.
You know, they got schools that they having, man. You know, they want to have a little Israelite city. They got 600-man march.
Right. Yeah.
The prophets of the Lord are actually performing faith. You know, we're showing our faith through our works. When we come out here on the weekends, on the highways and byways, and we do our shows, that's exercising our faith. That's proving our faith because of what we believe. We're standing stiffly for what we believe, which is the name of the Lord. But in the government churches, they don't even know what faith is. They can't actually have faith because everything to them is tangible. You know, they need to feel good. They need to feel it. You know, they need to see it. But we believe in what's not seen. All right? This is Luke chapter 18 and verse 7. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
Shall he find faith on the earth? And then, I want to backtrack on that because it said what? The Lord's men are cry out to him, man.
That's right.
Hey, they cry out unto the Lord. Why? Because what? They know that this place is full of wickedness, man. All right? They cry out for all the atrocities that the Bible speaks of, man. They cry out against the homosexuals and the transsexuals that these people throw in our faces every day. They try to get our children to be homosexuals, and if you tell them that you can't teach them the way that you want to raise up your own children, you know what I mean? They penalize you and things like that, and shit like that get you pissed off, man. This place, when you think about it and you measure it up with the scriptures, this place is vexing as hell. It should be vexing as hell. So if you're not crying out, then that means you're okay with this place, man.
Yeah, that was it on that. You got
Okay.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Amos 5 and 8. It says, seek.
Probably 18.
5 and 18?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Amos 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it to you? To what end is it for you?
Yeah. Woe means destruction. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Like I said, we got all these Christians out here. Oh, I can't wait till Jesus came back. Meanwhile, they say that they're saved. In order to be saved, the Lord has to already be back, or whatever, man. Woe unto these Christians, man. Woe unto all you people that actually desire the day of the Lord.
That's the opposite of faith. Because here it is, if you believe you saved already, what faith do you need? That's why in these government churches, they believe they can do whatever they want. They can eat pork, they can celebrate any holiday, they could be homosexuals, because they feel like they went to the pastor prayed over them, dumped them in some tap water, and now they think they're saved. That's crazy. When here it is, Jacob's trouble haven't yet came yet. We're approaching the evil time. The great tribulation, man, which the Bible speaks of, prophecy, man.
Man, that's why they get mad at us for pushing prophecy, man. And that's really the spirit of old, man. Because like even in the time of Jeremiah, when Jeremiah was prophesying, I think into the I want to say the king Zedekiah and Benjamin, they smoked Jeremiah. They actually put him in prison, man, for speaking against. But just telling him what's going to happen, man.
Yeah.
They didn't want to hear that because at that time it was Israel was getting ready to be put into captivity by the king Nebuchadnezzar, man. They didn't want to hear that, man. And guess what? Jerusalem became servitude to Nebuchadnezzar. All right, and like the brother was going into in the time of Lamentations, that was a very heavy time for our people, man. To where they were starved out, they were put in slavery, bad things happened to them, man. But hey, because they don't want to hear the words of the prophets, hey, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it come to pass. You're gonna know that a prophet was among you.
That's right. That's why when it tells you, let not the incredulity of them trouble you. Why? Because what? We don't let the unbelief of scoffers and scorners bother us in any kind of way. Why? Because we know that we have the truth. You got guys, like I said, you got these Christians and all that stuff that keep coming to different camps, going across the entire country, all right, trying to go back and forth and have bait and strife words with the Hebrew Israelites. The scriptures tell you not to do that, man. The scriptures tell you if somebody doesn't receive you, which we don't receive Christianity, we reject it, all right? You're supposed to shake the dust off your feet and keep it moving, man.
Hey, that just proves that they're the scoffers. Matter of fact, I got a quick precept there.
That's proof that they're the scoffers.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 1. So I think it's 1 Peter.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 1. It says, the second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, and both I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance. Done. Verse 2, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before the holy prophets, and of the commandment of us, the apostles of our Lord and Savior. Here's the point. Verse 3. Knowing this verse, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts.
Yeah, walking after their own lust. You had what's his name, Hassan, I believe it was, from the Sakari, sitting down with Vocab Malone, and here it is. You have Vocab Malone saying that the Lord has been dealing with the Gentiles all along. And then the brother asked him a question. Well, where is that in the Bible? That's an example of a scoffer walking after his own lust.
You said it. When you got a character like Vocab, you know, going out from state to state, going to these different Hebrew Israelite camps, you know, to preach his bullshit. That's a scoffer, man. Hey, he proves prophecy, man.
Right.
Let me read it again. Knowing this verse, that there shall come in the last days, proves that we're in the last days.
Right.
Scoffers walking after their own lusts and saying, where is the promise of his coming? Or since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
Yeah. See, a lot of our people don't even believe. A lot of scoffers and things like that don't really believe that the Lord is coming back, man. All right?
Yeah,
they don't even believe in the Bible. Vocab Malone, you don't believe in the scriptures. I see that now. You're a YouTuber. I figured it out. You're a YouTuber.
Yeah.
You're a YouTuber. Okay? You're doing this to promote books. You're doing this to promote rap albums and whatever stupid skits that you be doing. You don't believe in the Bible. Okay?
He proved by mocking the Israelites that he saying, where's the promise of our coming? When you mock the Israelites, you're mocking Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, he was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, and he wore a garment down to the foot with a golden belt around his waist. So when you got guys, these characters like Vocab and the rest of them, when they go and make their parody videos and mock the Israelites, they're mocking Yahweh Shai. That's saying, where's the promise of your coming?
Yep. I got a precept to add to what you were saying. This is Job chapter 21, verse 13. Job 21 and 13. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. It says, what is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him?
And that's, to me, that is these sellout ass niggas, okay? That's with Vocab, man. Not just saying with him, but it speaks for others as well. But you got Israelites, you know? Can you read that again, Baba Kishal?
Book chapter verse,
Job 21 and verse, I'm going to start back at 13. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
Right, you desire not the ways of the Lord. You know, you got Israelites that are side with Esau, that are side with someone that's coming against this truth. When this truth, and we're set up to come out here and to warn you people, to warn the so-called Negroes, Latinos, all right, West Indians and Haitians, Hispanics, okay, and the Native and Seminoans. We out here to warn you and tell you that the Lord is looking to call you back, man. He's calling you back. We're telling you that your true identity is that you're a Hebrew Israelite, not a so-called spick, not a nigger, okay? But here it is, you got our people that because they hate the prophets so much, really they hate the Lord, that they're side with the enemy just to shut us up when we're out here for the love of it, man. You know? And you say we don't show love, that is love.
Here it is, you got people like that calling you guys like Cherry Love and things like that, saying that we're the devil, you know, we're Satan and things like that. But wait a minute, who have we killed? Who have we hung? What country did we invade? Where's our military bases set up around the world? You know? None of those things exist, man. We are harmless as doves. But yet, that just goes to show that it's not of us you hate the Lord, man. You know, you hate the words in the scriptures. All right? And that's a damn shame. Here it is, you got our own people siding with guys like Vocab Malone who are pretty much telling you that you're not a special people. All right? You're just like everybody else. You're a Gentile. You know, trying to keep you asleep and trying to pluck the flesh off of your body, man. You know?
Hey, Trey Posh, fat ass, was probably the one that said the Lord do his miracles through Beelzebub, man. You know? Because even Yahweh Shai was called the devil, man.
Yep.
And she's back in that same lot, calling us devils again, man. You a devil, bitch.
It says, what is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me.
Hey, that's why guys like Vocab Malone, when they go out and they so-called what they call teaching the Bible and what they call prophesying or whatever it is they're doing, he wears a hat over his head, man. You know, you're dishonoring not only are you dishonoring your own head, all right, you're dishonoring the Lord, man. You know, going to show that you don't really believe in this thing, man.
Right.
You know, all this thing is just a game to y'all. You know, but that's where the faith comes in. Watch, it's getting cold out.
Right.
You know, you ain't gonna be seeing. When you watch a lot of our brothers' videos throughout the country, you're gonna see the scoffers dwindle down. You know, guys like Jesus is the Word and guys like that. You ain't gonna start seeing them come out no more because it's cold out. You know, you're gonna start seeing all these other camps fizzle out. You know, because what? This is a season where it's gonna be getting brick cold out here, where you're gonna still be seeing the men of the Lord out here teaching. So, why? Because what the scriptures say, all right, in season and out of season, man. You know, can you grab that real quick? You know, First Timothy. Yeah.
Even the niggas packed it up playing basketball.
Even niggas packing it up. You know, if niggas don't want to go outside and play ball no more. You know, because what? This is the time. We're approaching that out of season, man. You know, we're. Go ahead, bring that out, man.
First Timothy.
Oh,
it's going to really come to a time because all the scoffing is going to actually stop. You know, like the brother said, they have what? You know, because we're at the time where approaching the end of the year, you have to consider, count the costs. That look, something's going on this time, and they're going to let it stay down. You know, so all the games are going to stop. You know, see, we out here to teach this word for the elect. That out here to put this word out through the Spirit of the Lord, so that spirit can resonate with you, and you can be in the right spirit and be protected by Yahweh Hashem outside, man. That's the God knows truth, man. Anything else, we don't care about, man. You know?
All for the elect's sake. Bring that out. Stick to prophecy. You know?
2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Yeah, so you see, sword and destruction is draweth nigh, man. You know, hey, we're telling you these things, and they will shortly come to pass. Why? Because the scriptures say they will, man. And we know that because of the prophecies that came to pass already, man. You know, death and destruction is coming to this place. I don't know how many times we gotta say it. We're gonna say it until this place actually gets destroyed, man.
Hey, can I say this all? Yeah. Hey, there's so much wickedness going on that the Lord is making it easier to believe in Him, man. There's so much wickedness going on in the earth that it's easier now to believe in the Lord than it ever been. You know? Well, and I say when it ever been because in the past you had the Lord doing marvelous things with Israel. You know, when the time in the wilderness, you had certain brothers in their time stamp where they had spiritual powers. You know, and Israel seen it. They respected the prophets at the time. You know, when Samuel came through. You know, and they said, come peacefully.
Right.
Well, guess what? Now, because here in Babylon, which is America, we see so much evilness is rampant. You know, on a higher level, and so much wickedness is going on that it's evident. It's easy now. Not saying it wasn't easy before, but you can see clearly now that Satan exists, so that must means the Heavenly Father exists.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
That's it.
Hey, and also too, the scriptures say that knowledge shall be increased. You know, here it is. The Lord made it so much easier for us now because by way of the internet, you're able to see sightings of the chariots. You know, which the scriptures go into the chariots. Those are the vehicles of the Lord. You know, if some miracle is done halfway around the world, you're able to pick up on it quickly. A brother will find it, you know, through the Spirit because he's a watchman, all right, and post it for the Aki to see, you know. visions, dreams, things like that. The word is out there and it's easier, you know. And like the brother said, you see all the wickedness, all this wickedness exists, so there has to exist righteousness, man. There's no, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord.
Well, you should, hey, right now, the elect can see the Lord more easier, man. You can see the Lord more, meaning spiritually, because there's so much wickedness, man. Hey, when these devils pronounced that the UFOs were real, that shows you that's just the end of the world. Look how long they done hid so-called UFOs, you know, and now all of a sudden, 2019, they want to say that the chariots, the so-called UFOs are actually real. Mm-hmm. And now all of these paperwork from Secret Service and unidentified documents and things like that, or unknown documents, is being refurbished, put up. You know, you got YouTubers going into it, and now the world knows that they exist. But Esau want to put a lie on the Lord's angels, you know. But that shows you at the end.
Knowledge shall be increased at the end.
And whatever they putting in that damn Popeye's chicken, our people are dumbed down and stupefied to the point where now stuff is coming out and they don't even care. Right. You got niggas that just chase weed all day, man. Yep. Chase bitches, you know, chase the next high. You know, so here it is. Now all these great miracles are being known. You find out that so-called UFOs aren't UFOs at all. They're actually the chariots of the Lord, and they do exist. And now our people just are to the point where they don't even care. You know, that's why Esau really don't give a damn now. I mean, now it's to the point, like the brother always says, what are you gonna do about it? Because a lot of our people, they don't even care, man. You know. Bring that out again.
Yeah, this is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Right.
For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another.
Yeah, one people shall stand up and fight against another. So we're talking about race wars, man. Race wars, class wars, okay? There's going to be bloodshed in the streets. And we know by ways of, we go keep bringing up that Popeye's fried chicken, because you see, here it is. I did a lesson about this. Here it is, people are willing to fight. Somebody got stabbed to death in the parking lot over skipping the line to get in line to eat a damn chicken sandwich, man. So here it is, our people are waxed that cold to a point where here it is, you have food in abundance. You can skip a nigga in the line or whatever, but the nigga that just got skipped, you can still get a chicken sandwich though. Okay? There's plenty of food in abundance. There's plenty of resources at this point right now where you could go out and get a meal for yourself, and people are still killing each other. How much more so when the famine hits? How much more so when the dollar crashes, all these stores, all the shelves get ripped off of them? You know, people are going to start going crazy, and people are going to instinctively go back to their own people. What does Isaiah the 13th chapter says? Where every man shall flee to his own home. You know, shall go to their own, roughly paraphrasing. So that right there is gonna cause a great divide in the people, and then people are gonna clash together for each other's resources, man. That's talking about race wars, okay? So it says one people shall stand up to fight against another. Go ahead.
For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yeah. Not even. It ain't even got to be divided by race as well. You could have a homosexual clique with trannies and LGBTQ and all that stuff all banding together and going out here and just straight up raping people, man. You know, they did it in the time of Lot. You know, out there in Sodom and Gomorrah, you had two angels that came in to go deliver the news of destruction to Lot. And here it is, you had a gang of old and young beating on the door, let me get at that angel booty, man. You know? So you got one people, all types of different classes, creeds of different beliefs of people fighting up against each other, man. Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men.
Sedition among men. Uprising against the government. How many people out here, I ran into a perfect stranger, I seen her before, but you know, she started striking up a conversation with me, and the first thing out of her mouth was, "Oh man, I can't stand that Trump, man. He's such an idiot." And this, that, and this and the third. You got people that are gonna buck up against the government. That's what sedition means, an uprising against the government, man. You know? And especially how much more so. That's why these people are disarming people right now. That's why they got tanks in Queens.
I was about to say that.
That's why they got tanks in Queens to disarm the people, so that when the dollar crashes, when you go to the when you go to the ATM, you're so used to putting a card in there, pressing a couple buttons, and the money spits out. But what's gonna happen when the money doesn't spit out? All right, you're gonna get upset naturally, you know.
Yeah, these military troops, they're trained, for war. They're warlike, like martial law, and they're there to control the population, man. When sedition happens, which is gonna happen, they're there to regulate, to be the authoritators, the authority. And that's why we understand that the force of the RFID microchip is somewhere around the corner. Because remember, there was an article this past summer about FEMA when they was they collected, what was it, how much, I forgot the number of the microchips.
Oh, 50,000.
50,000 microchips. What is a FEMA, a company that's supposed to help in a time of need, actually purchasing RFID microchips, radio frequency identification chips? What is the purpose of that? Because some type of crisis is going to go on, and they're going to play their part in microchipping people here in the States, man, in America. Because we know that there's people being chipped all around the world right now. Sweden, China. It's not a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy fact, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and what could be happening is that because Esau also likes to he also likes to make preventative measures, man. So when it's cold, the fact that it's cold right now, Esau could literally just come in your house, take you up, and put you in a concentration camp for stuff that he think he might do, man. Right. People, we talking about this and nobody's listening. This is really about to affect you sooner than you think, man.
I was gonna say, just to back you up, that's the law they passed years ago, which is called the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, where they could detain you, they could detain you just believing that they think you're going to commit a crime. That's bullshit. And they can hold you as long as they feel like it. So that's kidnapping.
Yeah, that's where they came up with that movie Minority Report. All right, it's like thought police. It's predictive crime prevention. So that's the mindset of these devils, and that's also why the scriptures say, "Pray that your flight be not in the winter," man. Because that's very possible. This devil will come in 4 o'clock in the morning, 20 degrees outside, and drag you outside in your underwear in handcuffs, man. And they ain't going to be cuffs because they're going to be ringing up so many people. It's going to be them little plastic, lasty, twisty ties, man, around your back. Throw you in the back of a paddy wagon or something like that, and haul you off to a concentration camp. And also too, just like the microchips, the 50,000 microchips that they reported, because who knows how much they have now from Sweden. Before that, they bought how many hollow tip bullets? Why? Yeah, that was years ago, but they still got them bullets, man. And they're taking away bullets out of Walmart. The brother mentioned that last week. You can't buy bullets at Walmart anymore. Why? Because they got because a disarmed people is easier to control. Okay, it's easier to roll up on because you ain't worried about them fighting back.
Bring that. You got a piece of that. This is Job, chapter 5. I start at 7. Yet man is born unto trouble as the sparks fly upward. I will seek unto the Most High, and unto the Most High will I commit my cause, which doeth great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number, who giveth rain upon the earth and sendeth waters upon the fields, to set up on high those that be low, and those which mourn may be exhorted to safety.
That's talking about Israel.
He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Yeah, because this devil is really crafty, man. All right, he's setting everything up through gradualism. He's making purchases here. He's buying bullets this day. He's buying RFID microchips. The next time he's buying setting up like all these different transportation vehicles, railroads, prison barges, and all these things, so he can set up his new world order and carry out his designs, his plans, his schemes, all right, to depopulate the earth. That's what it's really about, depopulating the earth, man.
And one world government, one world currency.
and a one world currency, and a one world religion. Yep. You know, he's trying to centralize everything and create a new world order, which nothing new is under the sun. He's rebuilding the Tower of Babel, man. There's nothing new under the sun, man.
He's trying to create his tower to where the Lord can't come in and interfere. That's the microchip. If he can insert a microchip in you, which is against the Lord's will, then look, why would the Lord would just destroy everybody, if anything. You know? But the Lord said he has kept to himself a cluster of great, which is of great men. Okay? He said he had kept to himself a small remnant. So that's why we understand, you know, you Edomites are you're in a trick bag, man. And your plans is not gonna go out. Oh, well, your plans is not gonna be established. You know, you're gonna be cut short. And I'll read the scripture again. He disappointed the devices of the crafty. Now here in my footnote, it says frustrates. So the Most High is going according to plan. You know, you're depopulating as well, because a lot of millions and top of millions of people are gonna die, man. You know, and that's gonna even be before the thermonuclear destruction comes. There's gonna be so much bloodshed in the streets that when the nuclear destruction comes, all right,
You in the city?
This is Genesis chapter 11 verse 3. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone and slime had they for mortar.
All right, we can translate that spiritually now. You know, Esau's got this agenda, he's got that agenda. He's got this agenda and that agenda. He's trying to piece everything together in one big orchestration of an enterprise. Okay?
And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven.
Right. So Esau's trying to build a spiritual tower, all right, in the form of a new world order, so that he can reach up into heaven. You know what does let's say about Obadiah? All right. Though he climb up as an eagle, you know, he wants to sit in the Most High's seat. In Thessalonians, it says that he who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, so that he could sit in the temple as the Most High, as if he's the Most High.
Obadiah chapter 1 and 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks.
Yeah, because what the Edomites, before they went in the cliffs of the rocks up there in Khazaria, Georgia,
Whose habitation is high. That's saying there in his heart.
oh, whose habitation is high. That's why all these cities, you see these skies, all right, who rushed a Jake cop, so-called black cop, you know, and you know the cop had a gun on her. She was rolling up on them with scissors, and she was so proud, you know, she thought that she could tell him what to do. And what did he do? He gunned her down, man. You know, because why? Because before pride comes destruction, man. Okay?
It says, though he exhort thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thou nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Yeah, and the eagle is symbolic of Esau Edom, you know, and it's another way to prove which civilization were run by the Edomites. All right, that's how you know the Roman Empire run by Edomites. They had their their symbol was the eagle. All right, you look on the back of most quarters in America, you're gonna find the eagle, man.
They don't play this more. They don't play no more like a commercial that shows the American flag waving, and they always show the face of a bald eagle. They call it what? The American bald eagle.
Yep.
You know,
The American bald
The
eagle.
American.
yeah, American bald eagle.
Yep. So you exalted yourself as the clouds, man. Very proud. Read that last one again.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thou nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
So thence will the Lord bring you down. All right. And it's an example. We go back to Genesis with the Tower of Babel. As it tells you, in the fullness of your sufficiency, you know, you shall be in straits. When you're about to fill your belly and complete your new world order and build your spiritual tower, all right, the Lord is going to come down and kick that thing down like a kid would kick a sandcastle down. You know, he build up a little sandcastle and then just kick it down, and because he's done with it. You know.
We say you're gonna start him as the wine press.
Right. Right.
It says, matter of fact, the Lord said he has a sacrifice in Basra.
And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower
whose top may reach up to heaven, and let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
Hey, what does it say about the wicked? Don't they name the places after their own names, you know? So they want to build this big tower so they could be up there, up top with the Most High, all right? And then name the heavens after themselves, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Hey, also, you know, like when you read about the Tower in Babel, they was actually building a tower to, you know, so it won't be flooded and they won't die out the flood. Now Esau is in the same type, he's doing the same thing, but in a different way. He wants to put microchips inside the body so he can be the Most High.
Right.
He can actually determine whether you live or die. He can know where you at all times. He can, you know, he wants to be in the seat of the Most High. You know?
And you mentioned it before about how dwelling in the temple of the Most High, the temple of the Most High are the Israelites. That's why he parades himself as the Israelites right now to this very day. And also, the RFID microchip is a form of fulfilling that as well. You're putting a foreign object as your mark, as your stamp, your insignia in the Israelites. You know, that's your goal. But it said, but the scripture say, your hand shall not perform the enterprise. You will not complete it. You know, if we paraphrase.
Hey, that's how you just know that this is the end. Because if Esau is successful at building this new world order thing, he's going to microchip children at birth. It's going to be part of the procedure. When the child leaves, you know, comes out of the woman, they snap the spinal cord, they sit on the mother, you know, then they wash him off thoroughly, and then the next process would be him getting that chip, and it'll be 1, 2, 3. You know, boom, baby's still crying, hollering, they chip him, and then, you know, and this is supposed to be a norm. Well, guess what? That's a smack in the face to the Lord, you know? Because now if he can do that generations and generation to generation, what need of the Most High anymore? Esau is God, you know? That's what he thinks. He thinks he can actually upset prophecy. He believes that he can take the birthright back from Jacob, man.
That's what it's about. Yep. It's about, hey, and that goes to the perpetual hatred. You got our people wondering why. Here it is, our people want to love the so-called white man. They don't even love each other. You know, talking about love everybody, but here it is, you getting a fist fight at Popeye's Fried Chicken over a damn sandwich, man.
Where's the love in that?
Where's the love?
Can I say this, man? With all this going on with this Popeye's chicken shit, this Popeye's chicken sandwich, you know, because it's nothing but cracked chicken, chemical chicken. Knowing what's going on, if you're not doing DoorDash and, you know, picking up for business purposes, there's no way in fucking hell as you as a man, you know, to be in line waiting for a fucking chicken sandwich, man.
For an hour and a half.
An hour and a half amongst in that crowd of them fucking zombies, man. You know, that's just foolishness, man. And all it is, Jake just follows each other. Jake is so, yo, you niggas are finished, man. Jake is done. They don't have no brains. They nothing, man. Jake is followers. That's all they are. One person say, yo, this shit right here is the shit. Everybody want to go to it. Everybody want to be in line. Everybody wants to go get a chicken sandwich. It's no different from a fucking another chicken sandwich. All of it's chemicals, but because it's from Popeyes. Like, you people are fucking stupid and you deserve death, man. It's sad, man.
Hey, it makes you think of the scripture, follow not a multitude to do evil. Right. You know? Hey, that could be the same trend with the chip. Oh, snap, look at this thing that I can do. Unlock my door, open everything up. All I gotta do is wave my hand. Oh, everybody should get this shit, they should get it. And people will go and follow it, man. You know?
Because when they put that chicken sandwich back, I knew that they had it back in there because I came to this shop, right, to get some food, and the fucking line was jacked up from there to there, to the entrance, coming in, and from going, I said, what the fuck is going on? Then I noticed the fucking line is outside, coming from inside of Popeyes, coming out of Popeyes, all the way down that little sidewalk over there where the store's at. I said, what the fuck? And as I got closer and closer, I said, oh, this the chicken sandwich shit? That shit is sad, niggas out there. It's just stupid, man. Stupid, man. You're a damn fool, man. You're a damn fool, man.
Yeah, that's why 2nd Ezra 16. I'm actually like, I gotta read this real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. You know, and because you don't know what the hell is going on, you're just gonna go with the flow, man. You know, oh, I gotta get the chip. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, like the brother said, here it is, and the chip, it's gonna be mandatory, but you still gotta go and consent to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying with the chicken sandwich.
Right.
It's like, it's mad other food out there,
Yeah.
but you going, you know what I'm saying, basically putting yourself in harm's way for a fucking chicken sandwich, man.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna be for the chip, man.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, if you even go to the store, you can get yourself a chicken cutlet, all right, season it up and make a sandwich just as good, yo. You know, but at least with that, you know what's inside it. You don't know what these devils putting in that joint. It would be so if Esau really wants to make this move and just put something poisonous in the food that's the biggest wave and the biggest craze, he could do it, and then 10 days later you Jake just drop dead, man. You know, you people are so predictable, man. All right, you're so damn predictable, and that's your problem. You know what it is? Esau is pushing it and making everything about convenience and making everything easy, quick, fast, in a hurry, to the point where people don't even want to cook for themselves anymore. Women, they don't cook. This one nigga woman, I overheard her. She said that she don't even make. She don't even know how to make a cup of coffee, yo.
Wow.
You know. These
That's
people,
sad.
you know why? Because everybody's just so used to going to a store. Oh, let me get that.
Yeah. And the only reason why she's buying that is because she wants to copy off of everybody else getting.
Right.
That's the only reason why Jake get caught up in it, because they like, well, let me try that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you drink coffee. Most people, they don't drink coffee. Only people that drink a lot of coffee is people that smoke cigarettes, man. And that coffee shit is too much and it's bad, man. It's caffeine, man. You know? So what these people do, man, let me just stop by Dunkin' Donuts and give me one of them that girl had yesterday. And then next thing you know, you're getting it every day. You're just following. You don't even know why you're drinking it. Then eventually you get hooked on it because of the caffeine.
Hey, plus they say curiosity killed the cat, man. You know, I asked it, like, brother, I asked the dude how the chicken sandwich tastes, you know, just to see, not saying I'm gonna go fiend for it, but just to see where his head is at. Dude, he gave me a whole 5-minute breakdown, man. I'm like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, relax, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm telling you, man, you gotta go get this. I'm like, god damn.
And the thing about it, whatever they cooking that food in, the crunchiness on the chicken, you know, that guilt, that gut. Well, I don't know how to say it. It's chemicals, man. With, one dude, he was, you know, on the first go around of the chicken sandwich massacre shit
I ain't seen that
going
nigga.
on. He filmed and was talking about it, and it showed the back of Popeyes on how the chicken was leaving this stain upon the wall in the garbage.
Yeah.
Ain't food is supposed to be doing that, man.
Yeah.
You know? But I have a scripture. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. And now you see, you should understand why the Lord do these things to you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians. All right? Why the Lord has got you out here looking stupid, man. A bunch of degenerate people, man. You know? Because you have forgotten the knowledge. Excuse me. It says, because you have rejected the knowledge of the Lord. The knowledge of the Lord is the science, man. It's the word, man. You know, the history, man. Okay, of who we are. You know, and what's the future. But you reject it, man. So the Lord said, you will be no priest unto me. Right? And he said, oh, he will forget what's it? Excuse me, he will forget also your children, man. All right? And that's why these little badass monsters out here, you know, doing what they do. The Most High ain't got a hand on them. He leaving them out there for the slaughter, man. Matter of fact, I'll get the scripture real quick, since the brothers ain't got none yet.
Yeah.
Come on, this is Sirach chapter 15. All right. This is Sirach chapter 15. Oh, excuse me, Second Esdras. I'm tripping. This is Second Esdras chapter 15 and 7. It says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So we're at the time where the Lord is visiting this earth in which he made, man. You know? You have the wicked doing wickedly, exercising themselves in it, you know, becoming pros, masters. You know, the scriptures say, my people are wise to do evil. But then you also, on the flip note, you have the righteous, which are crying out. So the Lord said, he said, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Because Israel is a bunch of sheep, you know, a bunch of followers. So when you got a wicked leader in which you look up to and you follow, and which is Esau, and then you sell out Negroes, all right, your rappers and things like that, your leaders today, you know, you following them, you're like sheep that's headed to a slaughter, man. Ready to butt, you headed right into the slaughterhouse, because each and every one of you are going to get slaughtered, man. So when this martial law come and they start forcing this RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, and they tell you shelter is down here at Bear Stadium, shelter is down here at Prudential Center, or wherever you at, you're going to be sheep headed to the slaughter, man. You're going to think it's refuge going to these places, but instead you're just like sheep in a warehouse, but one by one getting chopped up, man, or getting microchipped, you know? And it goes for the same as being on these streets, man. You got these little niggas, they follow, you know? They follow these homosexuals. They follow these rappers. They follow the so-called celebrities today, man. You know?
Yeah. Our people follow trends. Going back to the coffee, you had a lot of those people go and drink coffee because of that big Starbucks craze. You know, everybody was going to Starbucks, and it's just a cool thing to just go into a coffee shop and just sit down. People are just natural followers. But you know, with that sandwich, I was looking at the nutritional facts on it. You know, we're talking 700 calories for the sandwich itself. Here's the crazy part right here: sodium. 1,473 milligrams of sodium. Man. When you were talking about that, and people are wondering why they, you know, get sick and catch heart attacks and dying and dropping dead, things like that. These people are willing to kill themselves with this food just to follow a craze, man. And really, it's all defiled food. You bring out that scripture, huh?
This is Ezekiel 4:13. Actually, I'm gonna start at
What's that, 8? I don't know.
yeah, I'll start at 8. And behold, I will lay hands upon thee, and thou shalt not turn thee from one side to another, till thou hast ended the days of thy siege. Take thou also unto thee wheat, barley, beans, lentils, and millet, and fitches, and put them in one vessel, and make thee bread thereof according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 390 days shalt thou eat thereof. And thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be weighed 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat.
So this is a curse. This is a curse. That's why we drink. That's why we drink bottled water. That's why when you go, everybody gets their little portion, their little portion of the little box of processed food, man. You know. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I can add, man. Also going into, you know, when all hell break loose, man. All right, you're gonna have to really ration out your food. Just a quick precept to go with that. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 20 says, "And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied." See, so you're gonna eat, but at the same time you're still not gonna be satisfied, because you know that you're gonna have to spread it out, man. Yep. You know, otherwise you ain't gonna survive.
Hey, cannibalism, man. Scriptures go into cannibalism, man. Here it is. Our people can't go several hours without a meal, and there's going to be times where you're not going to be able to eat. Like the brother just said, you're going to have to ration out your food. And our people aren't disciplined enough to ration out their food, or to just wait and wait a day or two without eating at all. So what are people going to do? People are going to be brought to the point where they're eating their own children, you know, eating the flesh off their own arms. You know, that's why, hey, you had them cartoons, man. Hey, you had them cartoons. Two people are locked in the basement. They ain't ate in 2-3 days, and they start looking at each other and they start hallucinating. And the dude you're talking to starts turning into a hamburger, man. You know, we're coming in them times, man.
Yeah, and hey, I mentioned this earlier, man. All the women that's in the gym getting the fat ass, Esau gonna be carving that shit up, man. You know, he's either gonna be eating your ass, or he's gonna be putting it in a pot, boiling it. So you women, man, and I be up in the gym, man, seeing them. I be like, they don't even know they're prepping themselves for martial law, man. They're gonna be getting raped. They're gonna be getting eaten by cannibals, man.
Yes. You're gonna have to be allowed to see your own flesh being eaten, because they even show you that in movies like movies like The Road or whatever. Because if a person's dead, you know their body's gonna decay.
Yeah.
What, they're gonna have to leave you alive, all right? Cut your leg off, but meanwhile you still alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably get sewed back and shit. Cut your other leg off, and probably before that, like the brother said, one gonna get raped and shit, passed around. There's gonna be some terrible times, man. You know, yet and still, like we say, you know, niggas don't want to listen, man. But the Most High got away from talking, man.
Hey, because this is a spiritual time where you have to not live for the flesh, but live in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And I got a quick precept. This is Sirach chapter 18 and verse 30. It says, "Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thy appetites." You got niggas going after these chicken sandwiches because of their lust. But if you refrain and went after something more healthy, you know, then you will live longer, man. You wouldn't get caught up in line and somebody cut you and now you're having a fist fight. Or better yet, you're getting put to death. You got niggas dying over chicken sandwiches, man. We can say that now.
Yeah.
Niggas done died from trying to purchase chicken sandwiches from Popeyes. You know? That's crazy.
A woman busted up her Mercedes Benz. Saw that one?
Nah,
Yeah,
right?
yup,
Man,
saw that.
This lady tried to, this woman, kids in the car, everything, tried to skip a line or whatever, but there was like one of those stone bollards, like the little post that comes out, and she's trying to skip in, and she's grinding the entire right side of her Benz,
Yo,
man. She was driving a
that's
Mercedes Benz, yo. Everybody's like, whoa, she didn't care. She kept going, man.
Fucking chicken sandwich.
Yo, the Popeyes dude came out and said, yo, I'm not, even if you get online and you skip in, I'm not gonna serve you. This and that. She's still going, man. You know? Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Hey, you had two Popeyes employees fighting each other because one of them was selling them through the back, man.
Wow.
You know, and they started fighting each other.
It's crazy. I got another one.
Oh, okay.
This is This is Romans chapter 8, and I start at 4. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. See, we don't walk after the flesh. That's why the scriptures say they of another fashion. The portion of Jacob is not like them, because the elect is not going to walk after the flesh. We see with the flesh, but we hear in the spirit, and we listen to the spirit, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So Paul is saying that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, and that's true, because we're the ones out here to push the Lord, law, statutes, and commandments. You know, and we tell you with balance. You know, you have to keep the laws to the best of your ability, but we're not saying that the laws is going to get you delivered.
Right.
Okay, so we're the righteousness of the law abounds in us, man. Matter of fact, the scriptures say we we establish the law, man.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
It says, verse 5. It says, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit." So if you of the flesh, you do mind the things of the flesh according to your emotions, man. We say certain things, we say certain words, and words could be triggered, to somebody's conscience, man, self-conscious.
Yep.
They can listen to you and hear the message, but as soon as you say one word, it triggers their self-conscious and it turns them into a demon.
Right.
And that's what's that, Hebrews 4, when the Lord said his word is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword. Meaning the word is the word of the Lord is that powerful where it draws the demon out of you, man. It makes the demon manifest. But if you're a righteous person, then what? You will humble yourself and repent.
And it goes to show that people are good at speaking and public speaking and debates and things like that. They know that trigger. They know that trigger. To the point where example, guys like Nate from the IUIC, guys like Vocab Malone, like as soon as you start getting to the nitty gritty of the scriptures and really breaking it down plainly, they'll go bring out certain trigger words that trigger people's emotions. They'll say, "Oh, well, you guys are racist." So now if someone hears that, it's like, "Oh, these guys are racist," things like that. That's why when you battle Nate in the scriptures and you whooping them spiritually, he'll go say, "Well, you guys are racist."
We're telling you what we mean. We're telling you through the scriptures of the Lord that on true mind and right. We man, we desire the things that you can't see, man, which is the kingdom. So it says, verse 6, for the carnally minded is death, but the spiritually minded is life and peace, man. And that's just going back to the chicken sandwiches, man. You know, you craving a fucking chicken sandwich, you go to the Popeyes and not knowing that you're about to meet your death. Nigga got stabbed the fuck up.
Oh, in Maryland, right?
I guess it was in Maryland.
Yeah.
He didn't know he was going to die by going to Popeyes and purchasing a chicken sandwich that day. You know?
It's crazy that people still arguing and fighting over that shit, yo. Like, niggas is finished, yo. Yo, the Lord need to just destroy these niggas. Line them up. Esau, gun these niggas down. They no good, man.
But the crazy thing about it, there's still options out there.
Yep.
You got people losing it while there's still options of different foods to eat. How much more when the famine is out here?
Right.
How you think these people gonna react then? This is nothing but a test and a trial run, man. That's all Esau is doing. And you falling right into his trap. You know?
Yo, y'all think niggas is locked down 23-1 out this bitch, man. Just shake a nigga for a chicken sandwich. Niggas go up the block, it's chicken sandwiches up the block.
Exactly.
You got Chick-fil-A down the street.
Exactly.
Yep. Like I said, you can make your own damn sandwich. You know?
It's terrible, yo.
And we laughing about it, but we know it's a serious matter, man. Because we're laughing at you dummies, man. We're laughing at you. We're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you.
That was his favorite food.
Tombstone.
Since he died eating what he loved.
Tombstone says, "Here lies this nigga."
Oh, I'll finish it.
Okay.
It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. It says, because the carnal minded is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you. Now if any man have not the spirit of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, he is none of his. You know? And that's the way too. We holes in the world, man, trying to get, you know what I mean? You gotta refrain from having sex every goddamn night. Sometimes you gotta put a break, because why? Hey, the spirit, you know, she can start acting up, getting more what you call it, she can start acting more aggressively instead of being lady, being a woman. She can start being a servant and being, you know, contentious now. Every time you say something, it's contentious. You gotta stop from having sex with this girl a little bit. You know? Ezekiel 4, I'm gonna start back at 8. And behold, I will lay bands upon thee, and thou shalt not turn thee from one side to another. Oh, you want me to jump to the point? Yeah. All right. Ezekiel 4:13, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
Yeah, now see, our bread is defiled around here, man. Everything is made in laboratories and chemicals. Take the example of the Popeye chicken sandwich again. Here it is, they ran out of it. All right, they don't have it no more, but then all of a sudden, some time goes by, and now they have an overwhelming abundance of chicken sandwiches, to the point where they said that they're not even going to run out anymore. Where are all these chickens coming from, man? You know, you look online, you see all these mass recalls of all these diseased chickens, millions of pounds of beef and everything being recalled because it's all defiled and messed up. And now, but all these restaurants have a large abundance of food, you know, to the point where they said they guarantee that they're not going to run out of chicken sandwich this time, you know, going to show that this stuff is built out of a laboratory or something.
This whole system is shit, man. The whole system is shit because it's designed to not give back to the earth, man. You know, Esau is now creating GMO fish, which he's been doing. But I just recently saw another video on ROT where they showed in the lab, they showed in their little pool halls, they had pools of salmon. Salmon is about to be GMOs, man. And you know, we eat that salmon, wild salmon, you know. But here it is, they got fishes where they're prepping to create more fishes because Esau is taken from the earth but not given back. And that's why the scriptures talk about also like a land Sabbath, you know. Hey, you know, even the Gadites, they practiced it when they was being the native Indians, man. You know, they would hunt on certain land with deers and elk and buffaloes, but then they'll do what? They'll leave that land alone for a while and go hunt something else. But here in America, you know, in the world today, not just here in America, you know, you can have anything all year round. And like you said, where the fuck is all these chickens coming from when you got, like you said, all these different recalls on different meats and things like that coming back, you know? USDA said this got to be recalled. Watch out, don't drink milk. Kids are eating cereal. Everything is fucking bad, man. The niggas out here dying for chicken sandwiches, man. That shows you we're in the last days, man. If you can't see it, then you're a carnal man, you know?
A quick online etymology dictionary definition.
And when the kingdom is set up, we're going to do what we're supposed to do, according to the scripture. Somebody read that?
Deuteronomy 14:21. Ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself.
But what is this devil doing? He's causing us to eat things that die of itself. When something is rotten, that means it's dead. It's already died already. It's being turned inside out. Go ahead.
Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates.
That's right. So the bullshit food is supposed to be given unto the stranger. I believe if you look at that word stranger in the Hebrew, it's makar, meaning the other nations. You know, so that's who we're supposed to be giving the bad food to. So that's what's essentially going to be happening in the kingdom. You know, we're not in a position where we control the foods or to be able to distribute it amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? We're at the tail, man. We got to go to the enemy for the one of all things. You know, so this is a captivity that we're actually playing out at this particular moment. It's a miracle that we're still alive, man. You know?
While brother was speaking, I was thinking, you know, Esau, what he does, because you got these different supermarkets. You got your major supermarkets, ShopRite. You know, they don't have no more path marks around. But then you got extra. You got these little mini supermarkets, like, but the things at them mini supermarkets are extra cheap. Wow. It's the same meat, ground turkey, ground beef, here, there. Yeah. What you come to find out, what's here, if they don't sell, ShopRite puts it back. The people back there that work in that facility, they open it up, they rinse the blood back on it, they rewrap and send it back out, and it goes down to the lower supermarkets. Exactly. You know, that's just fucking rotten, man.
Well, look at Chinese food too, because with Chinese food, what do they add, like the MSG? You taste it, you know, it may taste delicious, but that's really the chemicals, but you're actually eating rotten meat, you know?
Yeah. And then another thing, man, a lot of these restaurants do is when the chicken starts to smell bad, they'll leave it in a bucket of vinegar overnight, man. Wow. You know, because it'll get rid of that smell, and then they'll still serve.
One time here, certain things that's pretty much all around here, but it's real rare that you find a lot of things that grow year round. Why? Because the seasons change, so it has to die, soil has to be replenished. I say that's why wintertime is big, because the earth is trying to help replenish itself. When the wintertime come on, certain areas like in Jamaica or Africa that have a rainy season. Why? So that can replenish all of the minerals that's within the earth. So when the next spring harvest comes, it's going to harvest plentifully, man. You know? And like, too, like how you said, they have an unlimited supply of chicken. Right. So if we have winter here in the U.S., where all these fucking chickens going to be at during the wintertime? Right. You can have barns and certain shit like that, but it's only but so many fucking chickens you can fit in there, right? So all these motherfuckers got an unlimited supply. When I'm dealing with certain herbs, like on sea moss, certain types of sea moss only grow during the summertime. That's the point of Christmas. You can't find that year round. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody just rack up on it during that time. Other than that, you don't have none during the winter time, right? So everything has to be like that, but that shows you that this is the devil, man.
Everything has to have its drought. Yeah. Because it's the Lord. The Lord created the earth perfectly. So everything has this due process. There's Ecclesiastes 3:1. There's a time and purpose. Somebody get it?
Finish that Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy 14:21. It says, ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself, thou shalt give it unto the strangers that is in thy gates, that he may eat of it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. Thou shalt truly.
Yeah, that's pretty,
Oh, that was
that's
it, yeah,
pretty
that was
much it. You know what I'm saying? But pretty much what? The fucked up meat, you know, for the lack of a better term, is supposed to be sent and sold to the heathen, man. You know, so Edom knows of this information. That's why in turn he's selling it unto us, because he's contrary to the scriptures. You know, but we're going to be doing this unto him in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know?
Hey, real quick, I looked this up yesterday. It's iwaspoisoned.com, and the Popeyes and the Popeyes chicken sandwich in the last 7 days reported 207 people.
It says over 1 million deer are hit by cars in U.S. annually, meaning tens of millions of pounds of free-range venison could be salvaged by eating roadkill every year, man. So, you know, there it is, man. It says Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, you know, and it goes on, man. So a lot of states, a lot of these different farmers, man, these butchers, they'll see the deer that's dead on the side of the road and they'll take it, you know, chop it up, and they'll make profit out of it by selling it to you people, man. You know? And you can't believe this damn devil, he'll say 100% beef. Man, he's fucking lying, man. You know that shit probably got pork in it, all types of shit, man.
This is that broke the heart. This is Isaiah chapter 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse
Artificial to this day. Like your brother said, getting rid of salmon. Salmon is going GMO. You know, I always thought salmon was GMO, but yeah, you know, for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, they said you still can eat the wild salmon. I mean, no, not farm raised.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, technically, it's not an original fish. So you know what I mean. Even if they wasn't GMO in that time, and now they is, but just originally, like that's not an original fish. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
They say they're putting that eel DNA in there too now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you talk about the foul foods. I mean, look at McDonald's. Anybody in the truth shouldn't go nowhere near McDonald's anyway. But like here it is, it came out that the beef is made out of human feces, man. You know, and they put the chemicals in it, and they make it taste delicious or whatever. But really, you eating shit, literally.
Meat.
And the scriptures go in to it. Really, every time they go there, when somebody tells me they just got done eating McDonald's or something like that, I'd be like, yo, damn, man, you just ate a damn shit burger, man. You know, and you ain't even realizing it. You know, but that's another thing of our people being asleep. As a matter of fact, you tell somebody it's a shit burger, they'd be like, damn, that's one good shit burger.
Yeah, that's
They don't
Jay.
care.
You got actually Moabites. I saw this years ago, where this Moabite, he was in the laboratory. What he done, he saved people's feces, and what he did was he compressed it and dried it out, and made it into a chip, like it looks like pigskins. It looked like that, and he was basically saying you can eat this. I was like, yo, this is fucking Moabites, man. Sickening, man. But these are heathens, man.
Yeah.
So if we have a heathen, which is Esau, the son of the wicked, you know, he's even worse, man.
Hey,
Just like how you were talking about, is it a time and a purpose under, everything under the heaven or whatever. And think about it, like when the Most High created things, He created everything within the season. So if you have, for instance, like one fruit that grows in the summertime, but it doesn't grow in the wintertime, what does that tell you? That means you need to switch up the fruit, or you need to switch up the food source. Because you have different foods that are perfect for the season. Most High designed everything perfect, man. You can't get it no better than that. No better than that, man. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because those foods for that particular season are best for your body during that season. You know what I'm saying? To keep you warm, or to keep your body hydrated, to keep, you know what I mean? Certain things like that. Why you think mainly all of the summertime fruits, they really grow during the summertime? You know what I'm saying? Or like grapes, for instance. Concord grapes. Their season is short. It's from like the end of July, early August to like the end of October. Why? Because the grapes is to purify you before the wintertime comes, so that you don't be getting sick and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So the most I planned it like right on time. That's gonna be a lesson.
Yeah, word. That's bad.
I remember Benjamin at the store. He said, you know, eat apples before the season go out for the winter because it thicken your blood.
Exactly.
And then drink Kanye before the winter season go out, right going into the spring.
Yeah.
And they going back though real quick because RT, man, even literally told you, man, that they're putting cow shit, mixing it in with the beef. You can literally look it up on RT, man, and she's telling you that herself. And also that goes to show you that we don't have a lot of resources here, man, because Esau don't respect the land Sabbath. That's why he gotta use 60% beef, 40% cow shit, man. Even when you look at different apple juices, man, they'll say 40% apple juice, the rest is merged with pears, man, and water, because he doesn't have those 100% amount of resources, man.
And that's the spirit that you brought that up too, because that's the greed of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, because he'll take everything and package it up and put it on here in a factory. Okay, so what Esau does is they process the oranges and they suck all of the all the air out of it and all the nutrients in it, so that it could last as a long shelf life. But in turn, in reaction to that, it eliminates all of the flavor of the orange juice. So it literally it's yellow, all right, but it has no taste to it whatsoever. So what this devil does is actually put chemicals in it. The same people that put together perfumes, all right. So they put chemicals in it in certain perfumes, so it smells like orange. So it smells like orange juice. It tastes. It all has a similar taste. It's all artificial chemicals, man. And the original orange juice that's already there has been sucked out by the machine, so that it can last longer on the shelves. You know.
This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. You know, this furthermore proves the scriptures is 100, man. Because everything that the brothers are speaking on, furthermore proves that Esau is an unwise king, man. You know, and why is he unwise? Because he goes contrary to the scriptures. If you go contrary to truth, you know what I'm saying? You're setting yourself up for detriment, man. You know, you're setting yourself up for loss. You're setting yourself up for failure. You know, but does he care? No, because he's a greedy bastard, man. And all he can see is a profit. You know, this devil's going to attempt to, he's going to end up destroying himself. You know, if the Lord allowed him more time, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, look at this guy. He's the people that rule the earth actually cut down trees, man. You know. Now the scriptures tell you in the book of Deuteronomy, I believe it's like 23 or something like that, where the tree is man's life. Okay, we need the trees to breathe. We breathe, when we exhale carbon dioxide, the tree breathes carbon dioxide and, you know, order to open up and build up stores like department stores and make parking lots and things like that. You know, so what? So that it can make money. Meanwhile, you're cutting down your resource for oxygen. Now, there's plenty of things that you could do to make paper. You can use hemp, all right? It's cheap, it's everywhere, and you can make paper out of it, you can make clothing out of it, you know? You can make all of that out of hemp, you know? But what does this devil do? He takes cotton and all these other resources that is not necessary, you know? Because he's just a devil, man.
Yeah, you know, it's the characteristic of Esau is he's a man of the field, right? Yeah. I was thinking, as brother speaking, he's a man that destroys the field. Yeah. You know, instead of being a man of the field, because he's supposed to be skillful and crafty. Yeah. You know, we should all be living, you know, some neat ways off the land. Yeah. You know, some neat tricks off the land maybe. But now he got us in a fucking pit, feeding us the foul foods, man. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, man that destroys the field, which is the field is the world. So he's destroying the whole damn world.
He goes into the field like, how can I fuck this up today?
Yeah.
Well, the scriptures say he can't sleep unless he go to some wickedness.
Yep.
No?
In Isaiah 14, it says that the trees say, since he fell down, no fella has come up against him.
Yep.
And they rejoice.
Yeah, I just say Hey, guess what? Even though he's a man in the field, but in general, it's nature to dwell in the clefts of the rock, so he want to turn everything back into that. Right? Then they knock down so many trees and different things like that. Just put everything back to their purest element. And when they go, okay, well, when you fuck the earth up and you go back to the purest element, but you're gonna go back to eating juniper roots and berries and shit like that. That's all that's gonna be fucking left on the earth after they done with it. You know what I mean?
Hey, all you got to do is Google Mount Seir, and it'll show you, you know, the infrastructure of the mountains that they dwelt in. It looked like fucking Washington D.C., man.
And the Lord dropped straight facts when He said that they ate juniper roots and roots by the berries. When you look at that whole area. And when you type in like juniper roots, Mount Seir, you can see a map of areas of where the shit grows at and all that shit. So the Lord dropped it, man.
Sticks and shit.
Yep, twigs.
Yeah. Juniper berries is good for the kidneys and shit like that, but it's harmful for you if you eat too much of it.
Hey, think about it. Look what we're actually we're standing on rock. You know, semen is rock. You know, we're supposed to be standing on earth. You know? I got something.
As a matter of fact, real quick, like how in Revelations 20, how it talks about what? That old serpent, the dragon, and we know that goes back to Esau in the garden. And when you really think about it, what a dragon is a cold-blooded beast. What is Esau? He's a cold-blooded beast. Yo, everything he do is cold-blooded. For the scriptures to say, John 10 and 10, the thief come not but to steal, kill, and destroy. How cold-blooded can you be just to rape, rob, and murder people like that, man? You know what I'm saying? And not feel nothing? Not feel nothing at all. That's why you got these devils that can go jump in fucking ice water at fucking 14 below, and you feel nothing because you're a cold-blooded beast.
They can eat raw meat. They can drink blood and not even get sick. You let they always want to run. Run their fucking shorts. I seen that downtown. Shirtless.
Hey, that's the scriptures. We're too many people, man. You know, I remember I go inside my house, man, no hat on, I get in trouble for that shit, man. Like, you gonna catch pneumonia on this motherfucker, man. But Esau, he has shorts, you know, flip flops, man, and he's good. That's that two different manner of people, man.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I was just thinking that spirit.
And it is because his skin is leprous, all right?
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Job, chapter 20, verse 4. Y'all brothers the heart. Knowing thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked.
The Lord didn't even give you devils a full day, man. He didn't even give you 1,000 years to rule, and look how much you fuck shit up, man. You know? Y'all not even trying in the outer space, man. You know, you got something called the Star Wars program in which you intend to fight against the Lord and his angels. You know, the space stations. You know? Here it is. This devil's technology is that much perfected because of the Heavenly Father. He can watch you while you're in your devil's technology is, and that's why he's fucking proud. You know, and that's why he thinks he's able to get away with it, man. You know?
Yeah, they got satellites that's so strong that you know, like Wi-Fi you can't see it. So you could be in your living room and you could be sitting down and there's nothing there but you in the living room, you and whoever. They could be right there in your living room looking at you and you don't even know they literally looking at you.
Yeah.
Because they could bounce this shit together, and with the technology it could perform an image where you can't see but they can see you.
Well, they actually showed what they have through sonar in that movie Batman. I believe it was The Dark Knight with the Joker. And towards the final scene, when he made that big machine from Lucius Fox to control, that had all the sonar bouncing the signals, and he could map it off of everybody's cell phone and pretty much have a 3D image of the entire city. You know, Esau has technology like that where you could bounce sonar signals and everything that bounced back create a mapping image inside your apartment, man.
Hey, I forgot which Denzel movie was. I believe it's Man on Fire. When they had to pretty much investigate the death of that woman. You know what I'm saying? And what they was doing was like bringing back yesterday. And it showed you how she would go into the shower, how she would go into her living room, how she would go into her bedroom. Is it out of time? It might be out of time. Yeah, it might be out of time. You know what I'm saying? But that showed you that this devil's technology is that pristine. You know, and that he's capable of these things. And he's been doing it for years. You know?
And they real quick, even that damn Alexa that they got, man. There was a girl that had got murdered, and they're looking into her investigation through the Amazon, man. You know, so that he's gonna Esau's gonna go in his Amazon box and listen to everything that they were saying to see if she was crying out and shit, and depending on that, he's gonna be going to jail and shit, man. And hey, to make it, Esau's so wise, man, to do evil, man, as well. And it starts to so deep that if you get the Fire Stick, it only has but so much gigabytes, man, which means it's gonna continually buffer. But if you step up to that Alexa, which can then now spy on you even easier, now your shows can play smoother because it has more space, man. So Esau's a devil like that, man.
Hey, to land back on the brother too. A lot of these apps, they ask you for you gotta get permission to record it. So a lot of these apps are recording, man, and they know your location, man. You know, so yep. So they gotta eat everywhere you got it, man. Esau got it set up, man.
He make you consent if you want to use the app.
Exactly.
It literally says for videos and media. You be like, man.
Yep. And it's the fact is that Esau tries to paint you in the corner to where it's like, okay, you devil, man. You see? Okay.
It says, this is back in Job chapter 20 and verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reacheth unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased out of the world. Excuse me.
He was chased once before, man. This goddamn devil was chased once before. You know, he was chased into the mountains, man. Nobody wanted to be around you Edomites. You know? And why? We're going back to that. Pride and ego.
It says, verse 8, he shall fly as the dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye which also saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him.
That's right, and which is what? That rulership. You know, you're no longer going to be that man of renown, man. Nobody's going to want to live up to your standards anymore. You know, I don't even know why people want to live up to his standards to this day. You know, you got the black woman want to look like the Edomite woman. You know, but that's because of what? Programming. You know, billboards, media, social media. You know, things like that. They dress it up as if they were, you know, the image to be. When your image is displeasing in the eyesight of the Heavenly Father. You know?
If I could add, brother, real quick, because to prove that Gad is the so-called Native Americans, man, that they're the Israelites as well. In the movie that they had, man, called the Battle of Wounded Knee, one of the Gadite elders was comforting his people. He said, pretty much in so little words, he said, the people that's oppressing us will soon be no more, man. You know? So go to show you that he understood the scriptures, man. And in order to understand the scriptures, you got to be an Israelite, man.
And the only way that he could prosper is really through deceit, man. So like right now, where the Most High would allow his lies to go so far, because that's the only way people will actually consent unto Esau's bullshit. You know, but in the kingdom, it's going to be under Yahweh Shah, which is, you know, Yahweh Shah represents truth, man. You know, so basically in the kingdom, Esau can't prosper, man, because deceit will be no more, man.
Right behind you. This is verse 10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
Hey man, they're doing that now with affirmative action. Hey, that's nothing but a case of fulfilling that scripture now. You know, here it is, what these devils do. Here it is, they don't like you. You know, they don't want to be around you. But they playing the game. You know, fulfilling the scripture. Because here it is, it could be. I was actually watching American History X earlier, and here it is. Dude's father, you know, before he got taken out, he was pretty much saying he was a fireman. You know, he was a fireman, and here it is. Here it is within his group. You know, 2 Edomites, you know, scored high. You know, the so-called Negroes scored lower. However, they were able to be put into that position within his group over the white man. You know what I'm saying? Because of what? Fulfilling affirmative action. You know, here it is. When I was doing security, you know, in a hospital, you know, they had, I believe, numbers. And the numbers pretty much symbolized nationalities. talking about, nah, we need more number threes. For an example, like the number three could be like a so-called Negro. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be like, oh, we need more number threes. We can't hire this particular person because that's a form of affirmative action. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like that's a case in example of his children shall seek to please the poor, to make it look like it's a fair game. You know, to make it look like there's equality there. But that's all systematic. That's warfare actually. Because now you don't see the enemy as the enemy.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, that's why certain movies, like this one movie I've been watching, Shameless, still dumbass show, and they got it's a white cast, but they got one black kid in there. Like, why is this little kid in there? He has no room. He don't say nothing. He just there sitting there amongst all these Edomites. Right. They had to have one black person.
The token Jake, you know. And years back when the affirmative action first came into play was our peace act from unseen hand, you know.
It says,
You know, remember Bocan Malone recently, every time you see you do, you know, you accuse them of being racist, you call them devils that they are, but what about him? You know? Trump did it, Trump had a couple Negroes in his own yeah. So like if anybody say, well, Trump's a racist, well, what about that?
Oh, Omarosa.
Yeah.
Yo, Trump is nothing but a TV reality star. That's all he is, man. That's all he's committed to, man. You know, and this is where he got his renown from. You know, all right. Back in the 80s, you know, okay, he put out that full page ad on the Central Park joggers. You know, we seen that racism come out back then, man. You know, you ain't nothing but a damn devil, man. You know, but you're nothing but a TV reality star, man. And you're a pawn, you know. So whatever your boss decides to do with you, he's gonna do, man. You know, but we know that these upcoming elections that are coming up, though, it's gonna spark on race wars, man. You know, they're gonna paint that narrative.
Well, brother started the camp off worried about Queens.
Yeah, so there's a tank in Queens, pretty much taking guns away from the people. You know,
so they compare. What is military tanks doing in Queens, New York?
And that's something that happened back in Romania, I believe, back in the 1940s. And you had something called the gun confiscation. You know what I'm saying? And it was pretty much a catch-22 situation. You know what I'm saying? It was damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, they went around the neighborhoods pretty much confiscating guns, you know, that pretty much were registered. And it's the same thing that's pretty much going to happen, you know, here on the soils of America. You know, it's gun confiscation. They got it even to the point to where they went to law enforcement's residents, you know, telling them like, look, you're gonna have to give up your weapons, you know, and if you didn't give up your weapon, you'll be labeled a terrorist. You know, not only what else also happened in Romania was the fact that they had pretty much starved the people out. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew here it is, you got gun confiscation happening within the land to prevent rebellion. They starved the people out because you got no strength and you got no food. You know, you're gonna be worried about finding food. So you're not gonna be able to pretty much rise up, you know, against the government. All of that is coming back, man.
Hey, think about it. You said the confiscating guns in Queens. What made them believe that there's so many guns in Queens that they got to take? That reminds me of the show that they was put us on. What was it? 2 years ago, a year ago? What's the TV show that was on Netflix? Bushwick. Yeah, how they was fighting. The guy said he said the military thought that they didn't have guns, and then come to find out that New York was packed with guns or some shit.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, slack brother, but that's the whole thing with the CIA and FBI, man. They go ahead and let these truckloads of guns into the community, man. So you don't think these jakes have access to these guns? You know? Right. And this is why you have that big conflict going on between the gangs in Chicago, man. It's because why? It's because the government is involved with that as far as supplying those guns in those communities, man. Right. You know, I know an older Jake. You know, he's from East New York, and Brooklyn. You know, he told me that back in the days, man, he said that they because he lives basically East New York is basically like an industrial area, right? Got a lot of industrial factories there. So they left a truck there, you know what I'm saying? Left it was there for weeks. And then, you know, Jake, you know, they see it there. After a while, they're gonna break into it. It was full of guns, man. You know, it was full of guns. And whoever had access to that truck, they were basically selling the guns on the cheap, man. You know, to where everybody was able to have access to guns, man. This is how East New York became so notorious for violence, man.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, man. Back in the late 80s and 90s, man. You know, it was because of them supplanting those guns in our community, man. You know, and you don't think these Jakes still have these guns, man? You Jakes, right? Gunning down you Jakes, man. But look, your own government's trying to take the guns away from you, man. You know what I'm saying? Your blessing, the government is trying to take your blessing away, man.
One thing about Queens was actually like the first borough to be known for shooting at cops. So you know like they call it cop killing Queens. You know what I'm saying? So you know the police still got resentment for that, man. You know, so it's no surprise that they got tanks rolling up and down, you know, Queens. You know what I'm saying? For gun confiscation. You know?
Yeah, you just had a 14-year-old that got killed out there fucking playing basketball, man, because a nigga missed, man. You know?
He shot fresh.
Yeah, he got shot and killed and shit because, you know, dudes can't aim out there, man. Wait, where you gonna practice at, man? You know what I'm saying? Guns are loud as hell. Where the fuck are you gonna practice shooting your gun at, man?
Hey, let me tell you something too, man. It's a lot of little hidden things, man, that these Edomites have that over Jake, man. It's because a lot of these New York State citizens, man, a lot of them are left the toughest.
On YouTube, they actually have new technology when it comes to the holsters for concealed carry. Now they have this new device that you put it, you know, you have the flap on the outside of your belt buckle, and the gun lays concealed down by your body, and you can just pull it up, and just like that, and you armed in less than a millisecond. The way that it works, you just pull up the flap, gun in your hand like that, you know. So these, so it ain't got to be to the point where you have like this holster and this big bulging gun on your side. Like people will be walking around with guns, you don't even know it. You know. But let me read this real quick. It says Huffington Post, HuffPost, New Yorkers alarmed after ICE uses military vehicle in criminal arrest. Images from the arrest in Queens left many people concerned about the Trump administration's militarized target of undocumented immigrants.
Hey, and Queens is a big haven, man, for so-called Northern Kingdom, man.
Yeah.
Northern Kingdom run Queens, man. Yeah. You know, it's got basically you can have all of the tribes, basically any one of the respective tribes of the Northern Kingdom are in Queens, man. You know, and this is why they're targeting them. You know.
Yeah, precept. Second Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
Yeah, so they're not going to follow the instructions. You know how you got the president who'll go on TV and give a State of the Union address to the people. Everybody calm down, things like that. There's going to be a sedition among men. Sedition among men means an uprising against the government, man. You know.
And we chime in real quick. Even like I said though, even when you go to RT News, man, they show you when they show the little commercials, they show you little disturbances around the world, man. You know, they got disturbances in Chile. You know, a lot of the South American countries, man. You know, that's already starting out, man. And here in Babylon, man, this is going to be the creme de la creme, man, of weapons here, man. These other countries don't have possession of weapons here, man. So this is going to be the OK Corral, man. You know, that's what it's going to turn into, man. You know,
And that's why they stopped selling ammo.
you know, but mainly though, those rifles and shotguns are basically for the household down.
Yeah.
You know, because here it is in PA, man. You don't need no. You just go buy handgun, buy a shotgun and put it in your house. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you could consider a shotgun. I know, brother, since because the video I seen like a couple years ago, I'm sure you could probably type it up and just look at it. Like it was a dude, it was just demonstrating it. He had on regular clothes. You couldn't tell nothing. You couldn't tell nothing at all. Motherfucker put out shotgun, assault rifle, guns here, guns everywhere, like 10 guns, no lie, assault rifle, shotguns, everything. But it was like he had on plain fucking clothes. You couldn't tell what, nothing bulging, no exaggeration, nothing bulging at all. Now he was average size dude, he looked kind of tall and shit. But you know what I'm saying? I forgot exactly what he had on, but it's just regular clothes though. No coat, what I'm saying? Just regular folks. Pull out guns from everywhere, man.
Hey, bro, you got closing precepts? I'll wrap it up. I got some. Not, I'll close it with this. Some little more on this. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to.
Yeah, that's martial law, you know. Really, hey, this place, especially like New York City, is designed. It's designed for martial law. All you got to do is cut off the bridges.
Yeah.
You know, they did that in that movie. What's his name? Kurt Russell. Escape from New York. You know, where they used the entire island of Manhattan as a giant prison. You know, and really all you have to do is cut off the bridges.
They did that in time.
Oh yeah.
So like anything can happen to the point where if Esau feels the need, a state of emergency where you have to militarize the police and things like that, and martial law comes in and shuts off the bridges and things like that. If you're in Jersey and you desire to go to New York City or vice versa, you're not going to be able to, you know, because that's the times that the scriptures are talking about.
That's something real quick. This is Psalm chapter 44, verse 5. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us.
This is Isaiah chapter 54. That formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in the judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness of me, saith the Lord. And that's pretty much saying anything, no matter what. Like guns, it shouldn't matter because through the faith of Yahweh Shem Yashai, we're gonna get through this.
Yeah, because spiritual powers.
Yeah. The Lord's gonna give us
Right, man.
Esau has AI, he has machines, man. He has human-like machines with AI intelligence where, you know, they can think on their own or take an order. And these are machines that you just can't punch in the face and put it down. You know, or wrestle with the shit. The shit is stronger than you. So to fight against Esau's technology, the Lord gonna give brothers spiritual powers, man.
Yo, another thing too, what the guns are gonna have, they're gonna have that RFID chip too. So some guns you're not gonna be able to shoot. Like say if a regular civilian picks it up, they ain't gonna be able to shoot it because they ain't got the chip. So
Hey, that reminds me of, you know, like I said weeks ago, there was a cop that I ran into while I was at the gym, and there was a cop and there was a Marine, a dude from the Marines, and they both was having conversation,